I'm your friendly neighborhood web war fanatic, and we are back with another two-handed custom gameplay request from one of my patrons, PumpkinKnight. Thank you so much to PumpkinKnight for your support. I really appreciate you, and for anyone that's interested in requesting your own custom gameplays for me to play your decks, please consider becoming a patron or a channel member to further support the channel. Okay, so this scenario right here, PumpkinKnight requested me to play Morlock Siege here, and this is inspired by Mutant Massacre. And yeah, PumpkinKnight just loves the scenario of Morlock Siege. For a scenario right here, he left it up to my choice to select difficulty. So we're facing this with just Expert 1 right here. And then for the modules, he requested Mutant Slayers and Military Grade, which are the recommended modules for this scenario. And then here is the big change for the scenario. So normally when we're taking on this scenario, we have to defeat 3 of these Marauder villains right here to win the game. So in the Mutant Massacre story, Harpoon and Riptide were 2 big villains that really hurt the X-Men characters. So PumpkinKnight wants me to have both of these villains as at least 2 of the 3 villains. So we want these 2 for sure to be in here. And then for the third and final villain, we're going to roll the die to randomly select one of these other ones. So let's roll 10-sided die right here. Sorry guys, I don't know if you can hear Sesame meowing in the background. So we have a 10-sided die. We roll 1 or 2, it's going to be this one. 3 or 4, 5 or 6, 7, 8, and 9, 10. It's going to be arc light. So let's see what we get. We got a 8. So 8 is going to be Chimera right there. So let's set all these other ones aside. And then we're going to shuffle up these 3 villains. This side is for standard mode, the A side. And then for the B side, that's going to be extra mode. So we just shuffle this up kind of without looking. It doesn't really matter which order we get them in, but we're just going to randomly shuffle this up. And we'll get a random order here for you guys to shuffle up 3 more times. 1, 2, and then 3. Okay, so this is going to be the order of the villains that we have right here. And then for this scenario right here, let's see. For the gameplay challenge, each Marauder has a force interrupt where the player chooses like an effect, right? So it says here whenever Harpoon attacks you or an ally you control, we choose to either take 3 indirect damage or give Harpoon an additional face down boost card for the attack and attack against overkill. They all have that similar type of effect right there. So the big change that we have to do here is if Harpoon is attacking Shadowcat or Angel, then we must take the extra damage option. And if Riptide is attacking Colossus or Nightcrawler, we must take the extra damage option. And this to represent the story where Nightcrawler and Colossus were both badly injured by Riptide, and then Shadowcat and Angel were both nearly killed by Harpoon. So just to make this easier on myself, I'm going to grim rule it. For this scenario in particular, normally we can choose, whichever option, but I'm going to always select the more damage option. So we're always going to select that second option right there. So every single time Harpoon attacks, whether it's Colossus or Shadowcat, I'm going to give him additional boost and give him overkill for the attack. For Riptide, we're going to do the second effect where it gets +2, range, and piercing. That's going to be tough for Colossus. And then for Chimera, we're always going to give her +2 for the attack. So we're always going to pick the second option for these villains right here, no matter what. PumpkinKnight gave me the option to choose depending on, who they're attacking. But, I think it'll be fun to just do it that way right there. And then for the hero selection, PumpkinKnight said for player 1, I can pick either Colossus or Nightcrawler. I chose Colossus. And for player 2, I can pick Shadowcat or Angel, and I picked Shadowcat right here. These are also the 2 heroes in the Mutant Genesis box, which I never played a 2-hand again with both of them here, so I'm excited to see how this will go. And he left the aspects and decks to my choice, no restrictions. So we built a Protection Colossus deck and also a Perfect Defense Protection Shadowcat deck. You guys know I love my double aspect games. It's a double protection game with Mutant Genesis, with Colossus and Shadowcat. And it's been a minute since I played both these heroes, so hopefully I remember how they play and all that stuff. So they both will start off here in Altigo. Let's pass some tokens around, and then we're going to go ahead and get the scenario set up here. So with the main scheme stage 1A for setup, it says to put the route environment into play. We have this right here. Cards underneath here are not in play. The villain gains retaliate 1 for each card under here, with expert mode only as a side that's face up right there. As a force response, after the villain is defeated, we put it under here. Discard each minion that shares a trait with the top villain in the villain deck, and then the villain will activate against each player in play order. So basically, each time we defeat a villain, the next one will activate against us. And then for setup here, we set the high treachery in each Morlock ally side. So we're going to set all these cards right here aside out of play. And then it also says to shuffle the villains together. So we already shuffled that to create that villain deck right there. And then we advance the main scheme to stage 1B. Knock Knock. So it's going to come in with 1 per player initial threat. We're playing 2-handed, so we have 2 players. So we're going to put 2 initial threat right there. And then after resolving someone the villain phase, we place 1 knock counter here. If there's at least 3 knock counters, we advance to stage 2A. Okay, so, and then that is it there for building stuff. Let's shuffle up the encounter deck right here. And we are basically done for the setup here. It's going to be a quick setup for this game. So I already shuffled up all the decks before, or like off screen, before we start recording. But we're just going to do a little bit extra shuffling here on screen right here. All right. Villain deck set up there. Got Colossus set up. So Colossus would not be playing perfect defense. He's going to have ready for fight. I think it's a really cool card for Colossus for the synergy there. We also have a new card. Sorry guys, Sesame is running like crazy right now. She is like hit the tripod a little bit. I'm not sure what's going on with her, but yeah, let me make sure it's the camera's still good. Is the recording? Yeah, okay, everything's still good here. Let me move the camera a little bit, guys. I apologize about that. All right, so we got Colossus shuffled up, and we'll shuffle up Shadowcat here as well. Shadowcat has perfect defense because, you know, Shadowcat loves defending, so we're going to try to get her set up with that. Colossus will be the first player because he has player side schemes in his deck that we want to try to get out. So shuffle this up a little more. We don't have the team up cards for them. I just felt like it's a little bit expensive to get that block for Shadowcat, and Colossus will be flipping down to Alter Ego a lot. So the team up card, I believe they both must be in hero form because that's Colossus and Shadowcat for a team up there. Actually, is it? Oh, I'm not sure. They may be able to do it in Alter Ego. I'm not sure, guys. I'm not sure. But, you know, more simple. That's what I don't have to look up the rule. All right, so we're all showed up here for both player decks. Let's go and do our mulligans. We're going to go Colossus first here, drawing up to his Alter Ego hand size of 6. Ooh, nice. We got a double, and we got Utopia and X-Jet. Probably can't play both unless I'm super greedy, which you guys know I am. So let's see. If this hits 12 threat, we lose. We don't want to hit 12. But I feel like, let me think here. Let me think. What does the studio do? We can exhaust it to discard until you get a Colossus card, add to your hand. That could be good too. If I play the X-Jet here, and then I play the studio, I could get a Colossus card, and then maybe next turn play Utopia. Do I want to flip up? Hence that's only 4 if I flip. I could just play the ready for a fight. I think we stay down Alter Ego, and we potentially play this ready for a fight. Yeah, we're gonna stay down Alter Ego. Oh, we get this with our setup too. So after we do, okay, so we're gonna hold on to his hand. Okay, we're not gonna mulligan any cards. And then after we do our mulligans, we get to trigger our sell ability here. Search your deck for a copy of Organic Steel. Add to your hand. Nice. Yeah, so we have Strong together here, which I'm excited to use. Organic Steel. Add that to your hand. So we're gonna have a pretty good turn here. So Organic Steel, after a tough discarded, we can exhaust it and remove a counter to give Colossus another tough. But it only has 2 counters whenever we play it. So this is a pretty good hand. We can get set up here with the X-Jet. I don't think we can play Utopia as well, but we do have Forge to recur the Utopia if I need to later on. Okay, so that's for Colossus mulligans. Let's do Shadowcat here. And Shadowcat just wants to get the perfect defense stuff set up. So we can get like Unflappable in play. That's really good. When it gets like a hard to ignore too. Okay, let's see here. So I almost want to just keep this because we can exhaust this. After you ignore the Christ icon, exhaust this removed tutor from that scheme. So like we could just play like 3 perfect defense upgrades here, right? But we're gonna mulligan these 3 events. Yeah, we're gonna mulligan the 3 events, and we'll see if we can draw other upgrades to play. I don't really. That's fine. Yeah, we're mulligan 3, and we'll draw 3 more back up to 6 here for a Shadowcat. Quick shift, airwalk, mansion. How greedy am I for this mansion? You guys don't want to play mansion? I could play mansion. I think I'm gonna play mansion. You guys know how greedy I am. We gotta play mansion, right? Yeah, we can use the X-Jet from Colossus, I think, and then play Unflappable. I think that'll be the play for Shadowcat, probably. All right, let's go ahead and get started. Okay, so Colossus is going first. Okay, so let me see. Riptide has 13 per player life. So we're 2 players, so it's going to be 26 life. Let me make sure I get that set up right there. 1 scheme, 3 attack. And then each time he attacks, we have to pick the option. We know what we can pick, but we're always going to do second one. So we give him an additional boost, and he will have overkill for that attack. Oh, that's kind of nasty. Maybe I want to kill him early. I don't know. All right, let's go ahead and get started. We are going to... Let's play the studio first. We'll use a resource right here. So I can play Future Studio. It's a 1-cost support. That's the alter action when exhausted. Discard cards from your deck until you get any Colossus card added to your hand. Oh, not Mora. Need some more. Okay, we got Made a Rage with Colossus card, so this gets discarded. This gets added to our hand here. Dang it, we lost Mora. Okay, all right, that's fine. So I'm gonna play X-Jet, and then I think I want to just ready for a fight. I'm gonna have to toss Utopia, yeah, because I need the physical resource for this, but I want to make sure I get it down for Colossus to flip. This would be 3 resources because the power now offers a double when paying for a basic card, so I can play the X-Jet. When exhaust, X-Jet generate a wild resource for any player whose identity has X-Men trait. However, we don't have the X-Men trait here in Alter Ego, only in hero form. Maybe I should put Honorary X-Men in the deck. That's okay. This would be a physical resource right here, so I can play Ready for Fight. It's a 1-cost upgrade, and the requirement is a physical resource. Whenever an enemy would scheme, we can discard this, change here for the enemy attacks you instead. All right, and we'll hold on to this in our hand here, and then change this form, shuffle a Colossus card. Yeah, okay, that's when you flip down off you go. Okay, that's gonna end our turn here. Okay, so let's do Shadowcat's turn. So I forgot to do our setup here. We put your mass form upgrade into place. Solid side face up. Shadowcat does have this extra mass upgrade right here. And it's gonna start off with the solid side face up. Mass form permanent. Here we can exhaust to generate a physical resource for an attack or defense event. And after you attack or defend, we as a response we can flip this card over to this side. And then in this side right here, while you're defending, we cannot take damage, which is really nice. But after you attack or defend in phase form, we must flip as a force response back over to solid. So let's go ahead and flip up straight up to hero form here. And then we're going to use the extra from Colossus because we have the X-Men trait here in hero form. So this would generate a wild resource. This would be 3 more for a total of 4 resources. So I can play Avengers Mansion already. And we exhaust Mansion to choose a player draw a card. We'll have Shadowcat draw a card. Oh, I like that. That's fine. We'll use it as a resource to play Unflappable. It's a 1-cost upgrade. After you defend against an attack and take no damage, we can exhaust the Unflappable to draw a card. Okay. And I think we attack Riptide here because I want to flip form. So we're going to swing for 2 on Riptide. Breaks from 26 down to 24. First damage of the game. And then as a response, after you attack or defend and solid mass 4, we can flip this over. So we're flipping over to phased now. So now we defend, we don't take damage. All right, that's going to end our turn. Ready up, both players. Shadowcat drawing up to 5 here. Hold on to this quick shift. Ooh, I'm liking this. I know, hard to ignore though. I do want to get my perfect defense stuff set up. Colossal hold on to Organic Steel, drop it up to 6 here. Ooh, nice, and we have the armor up. So we probably could just play the armor up here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And we got a lot of Colossus cards in his hand. Yeah, because I want to flip down to Artigo, so I always want to armor up if able to. Okay, all right. Here we go. It's Riptide's turn. He's going to add 2 threats to the main scheme, so this goes up to 4 threats. Then he's going to scheme against Colossus here. So we're going to play armor up. Artigo interrupt, we are in Artigo. When the villain activates, we change the hero form. So Colossus flipping up to hero form here. And in hero form, our response to skin. After you change this form, give Colossus a tough. We get a tough right there. All right, so we're now in hero form. Harpoons attack Colossus, so we have to choose this whenever he attacks you. Choose. We're gonna always pick the second one, so we give him an additional boost. So he has 1, 2 boost cards, and the attack will have overkill. So it's gonna go on Colossus. He'll take the hit because he has a tough. 2 boost is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 damage here with overkill, but no one's dying here. He just knocks off our tough. We stay at full health. Really good there. Then Harpoon's going to attack Shadowcat. Shadowcat is going to play Quick Shift. When enemy attacks, if you are in solid mass form, we change the phase. And if we're in phase form, which we are in, we can draw 2 cards. So we're going to draw 1, 2, because we're in phase form. No more interrupts here, so we could just put that aside. And then this has a defense word right there, so it does count Shadowcat defending, even though we're not exhausting because of that defense word. So we're initiating defending. He gets 2 boost cards and overkill. 1, 2. Here's a boost. If you control a Morlock, deal damage to it, or spend a resource on attack. We don't have any Morlocks, so it's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 damage with overkill. Shadowcat cannot take damage while she's defending because we're in our phase form, so we take no damage there. And as a force response, after you attack or defend, we just finished defending, we must flip this as a force response. So we flip over to solid here, unfortunately. All right. Oh, I forgot. After resolving someone in the villain phase, we must place a knock counter here. If there's 3, then we flip it, so we place 1 counter. Sorry, I should have done that when the villain phase began. So okay, we fixed that mistake there, and then we do encounter cards now. So 1 for Colossus, 1 for Shadowcat. Colossus got caught off guard. It's card upgrade support control. I guess we're tossing right for fight. We have 2 copies in the deck. Shadowcat is going to reveal. Shadow the Past. I believe her nemesis is nasty. We have White Queen coming in play here. Villainous, whenever she's engaged with you, you are confused. So we're just perma-confused here while White Queen is engaged with us. She's villainous. We get our nemesis side scheme here. The player who defeats a scheme search the encounter to discover on sets of area for a Hellfire pawn, and then put it into play, engage with them with 2 per player threat. So it's going to have 4 threat on there, actually. So we put this into play so he won't surge. We put it into play. Okay, so we're just going to get another minion. So let's shuffle this in. Okay, and that is it. That's going to resolve. Oh, Sesame's coming. She's going to shake the tripod. No. I really need a room to play, guys. Oh, man. Yeah, we got to get a house. This is... Sorry about the camera shaking, guys. Okay, so I'll shove it up here, and then that's going to resolve our Shadow of the Past. Alright, that was the first villain phase, and it's back over to the players here, so we want to kill her. This will flip over here to Shadowcat, who will start us off here. Okay, Shadowcat does have a big turn. Do we have any attacks here for Colossus? So we can never play this Shadowcat because there's going to be Shadowcat play with a unique rule. Made of Rage. This card tough. We have no toughs to this card. Darn it. That could have killed White Queen. We have 2 attack right now. We haven't gotten all our upgrades with other stuff. We have Nightcrawler. Probably playing Nightcrawler here. And I like to use X-Jet to play this Organic Steel. So we could do 4 total damage on a White Queen if we attack her like that. Whenever he enters play, we can immediately do something there. Oh, and we can Shadowcat Surprise here. Okay. Alright, that's so Shadowcat just kills White Queen herself. Yeah. Can we do anything out of turn though? Do 3 damage and ready up your hero. We can't Thor because we're confused. That's unfortunate the way that's lined up. Okay. Alright, let's just... Okay, we're gonna have Shadowcat swing for 2 on White Queen. Let's do 2 damage on her. Okay. Then we're going to use our solid... Actually, let's use Avenge Mansion first to draw a card for Shadowcat. Okay, then we're going to use our solid Master upgrade, generate a physical resource for an attack or defense event. This is an attack event right here. And we need 1 more resource for it. So I think I'll use a Phase Strike here as a second resource. So I can play Shadowcat Surprise. Ooh, don't want to do that here. That's fine. Do 3 damage to an enemy, ready up your hero. So we're going to do 3 damage to White Queen. That will defeat her. And then we can ready up our hero. And then we're going to use our response right here. I forgot the Unflappable. We defended and took no damage. Dang it, that's fine. I got to remember that next time, guys. So we just play an attack event, which is kind of us attacking. So after you attack or defend in solid mass form, we flip it over. We just attacked in solid mass form, so we flip over to phased here. Okay. So we took out our nemesis. We are confused. So I gotta get rid of that, unfortunately. So we'll just Thwart to remove this confused. Then we'll go double resource here. So I can play Lockheed. After you enter play, if you're in phase form, we can remove 2 threat from a scheme. So let's take 2 off of this Hellfire Club side scheme there. Oh, we're gonna get that minion out. So I do wanna, okay. And then here, dang, if I didn't flap, I could have played North Star or like both of these cards here. Exhaust Gauge Ring, if you're in this or this, we do that. Okay, let's do, I think we hold on to North Star. I like him. And Dom looks good too. We'll use a resource here and play our Kitty's Room. It's a 1-cost support. As RT action, if you're in the solid mass form, we can heal 2. If we're in phase, we can draw a card. So just get that down. And then let me think here what Locky should do. Because what we're doing here, we're playing Nightcrawler. Oh, I can't kill the minion, huh? Let me think. If I thwart, so we just leave this in play for now. We're not gonna worry about it yet. We'll throw a little bit from the main scheme, I think. I don't have the ready for a fight. Colossus still flips though. I think we just throw from the main. Yeah. Okay. So we're gonna end our turn here with Shadowcat. Oh no. He's gonna throw for 1 from the main, drop it down to 3 threat, and then he'll take consequent damage, and then we'll end our turn. Okay. Pass over to Colossus. Colossus will use 3 resources here, so he can play Nightcrawler as interrupt. Whenever an X-Men character would take any amount of damage from an attack, we can spend a energy to return Nightcrawler to your hand and prevent all the damage. And then we use extra to generate a water resource with the X-Men trait here in hero form. Second resource here to play Organic Steel. 2-cost upgrade comes in with 2 counters. And after a tough is this card from Colossus, we can exhaust this card and remove a counter to give Colossus a tough to replace that tough. All right, we're gonna thwart. If I get that, let me see. The player who defeats a scheme gets that Hellfire Pawn, puts in play, engage with them. They scheme for 1. It's not that bad. They scheme for 1, right? Yeah, I think we can clear that off. Yeah. Colossus will throw for 1 from the main, drop down 2 threat, and then Nightcrawler is going to throw for 2 to clear off the Hellfire Club. So we'll just put the 2 threat here. So when this side scheme is defeated, the player who defeats this searches for the Hellfire Pawn, put it in play, engage with them. So we're going to look through the encounter deck for one of those Hellfire Pawns that we just put in. Hellfire Pawn, here we go. And it's going to be engaged with us. It's put into play, so it won't surge, but he does have Guard and Patrol. And then Nightcrawler will take consequent damage. But Colossus already thwarted the main scheme before the Patrol came into play, so we're fine there. So we just got to shuffle up the encounter deck here, and I think we just flip down with Colossus and call it a day. And hopefully we can draw the other armored up here, because now I don't have the ready for fight. But even without it, I think we should be all right. Okay, flipping down to Alter Ego, because we don't have a hand sets of 4 in hero form, so I don't want to deal with that. But Aspiring Artist, I forgot. Response, after you change this form, shuffle any Colossus card from discard pile into your deck. We'll get the armored up here. Shuffle that back into our deck. So now we have 2 armor ups in the deck, because we already had 1 normally, and we got 1 back in there. When are we going to get these players' side schemes, guys? I need these players' side schemes to get our setup here. Once we get the player's side scheme, like the build support and superpower training out, especially for Colossus, he's going to go crazy. All right. That is going to end our turn. We're not going to use our studio here. Yeah, it's ready back up. Actually, maybe I should have used it to try to dig for the armor up. That's okay. All right. Shadowcat has this still in her hand. She'll draw back up to 5. Nice. Defiance is exactly what I wanted here. And we got our first hard to ignore. We got to play that soon. Okay, and then Colossus drawn up to 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Come on, armor up. Ooh, we got the armor up. Okay, awesome. So we're flipping back up here. Hellfire Pawn will have to actually hit us for 2. I think we're fine taking some damage there. Okay. It is Harpoon's turn. Oh, Sesame's back again. Sorry, guys. She's like walking away and then coming back. Grab her. Oh, heavy cat. Okay, so villain's turn. Adding 2 to the main. Going up to 4 threat, and then we add a knock counter after adding that threat. So it goes up to 2. When there's 3, it's going to advance stage 2A. So next turn, it's going to advance. All right, then he's going to activate against Shadowcat. He gets dealt 2 boost cards here. We have the Defiance. So we're going to pick the option where it has Overkill and 2 boosts. So 1, 2. And we're going to play this Defiance right here for Shadowcat. When a boost card on enemy attacking you is turned face up, we can discard it. So when this one's face up, we'll just discard this one instead. So this one's discarded. So he has 1 boost here, attacking Shadowcat. But once again, this has a defense word right there. So it counts as us initiating defending. So when we're defending, we cannot take damage. So hitting with the Overkill, 3, 4, 5, no damage here on Shadowcat. So good with the Defiance. Then that will proc our force response. We have to flip this over to the solid form. Since we defended and did not take damage, remember now to Inflammable and draw a card. Let me put the Inflammable next to solid here, because I'm going to keep, I almost forgot just how to use it. So swap that there. All right. All right, and then this card's really good too because it's a new card from Civil War that also triggers defending here with defense word, and we don't have to exhaust to do it. So I guess Sesame just opened up the window herself. Maybe the lighting's better now with the window more open. Maybe I should have done that myself, but yeah. All right, so okay, that's gonna resolve the activation of Shadowcat. Next, Harpoon is gonna scheme on Colossus because we're in Alter Ego, and Colossus is going to play Armor Up. Alter Ego interrupt when the villain activates. We change the hero form, flipping up to hero form again here. As a response, after you change this form, give Colossus a tough. We're going to get a tough. Okay, so now instead of scheming, Harpoon will attack Colossus with Overkill, 2 boosts, because that's second effect there. So it's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 damage here. Knocks out the tough from Colossus. Do I want Organic Steel that? What's our hand? But then he's going to attack me, right? For 2. So let me think here. How we just take the damage? We don't need to Organic Steel. I want to play Titanium Muscles though. But that's okay. I mean, I want to use a resource from it, is what I meant to say, but that's okay. We don't need that. Okay, so we'll next, after he attacks, the minion will attack, hit us for 2. We'll take our first damage, drop down to 12 life. Then he's going to deal us in counter cards. 1 for Shadowcat, 1 for Colossus. Shadowcat got Chimera, a patrol minion. And then Colossus got Mutant Slayers. Each Marauder minion gains Quick Strike. When revealed, place additional threat here for each character in play with 1 or more of the following traits: Mutant, X Factor, X Force, or X Men. So for each character. Okay, these guys aren't mutants. Dragon X-Men. X-Men, X-Men, X-Men. Okay, so we have 4 plus 3, 7 threat side scheme, giving each Marauder quick strike. Okay. It's not great. That's okay. All right, then we pass the first base over to Colossus, and then he's gonna start us off. So we have to kill this guy, kill her, throw from there. It's gonna be a tall task here. Let me think. Do I use X for the thwarting? I want to play Forge. If I play Forge, he grabs Utopia. I could play Utopia, and I might be able to play Titanium Muscles as well. Do I have an X-Men allies though? Oh, we still got North Star, who's going to give us a ready if we do that. So if I do that, I could use North Star to get the ready. And I won't be able to play Hard to Ignore though. I'll be short a resource for that. Let me see. I can thwart 1, 2, 3, 4 from there. It's still 3 threat. He can thwart for 1. Nightcrawler can thwart for 2. That will clear it off. If Colossus, oh, we have Forge as well. So I think we leave Chimera here, and then we flip down to Alter Ego with Shadowcat. So I could play the Hard to Ignore with Kitty's room to draw the card if we're phased. No, but I'm not flipping up too solid though. So I'll just get to heal 2 damage, which is useless. Man. Do I want to go for the... I really do want to get Utopia down though. So let me think. If I flip down Colossus, I can save a resource for that. So I can play Utopia last. Okay, we're gonna use a double resource here. We're gonna play Forge. As a response, after Forge enters play, search your deck and discard pile for any X-Men or X-Force support added here. And we'll get the... Ooh, is this X-Men? No, that's the X-Men. We'll get Utopia as an X-Men support added to our hand here. Okay, next we gotta use this in hero form. So we're going to do extra, generate a water resource. This will be second resource here. So I can play our Titanium Muscles. 2 cost upgrade. Colossus gets +1 attack. And as a hero resource, we exhaust a card to generate a physical for each tough on Colossus, which is currently none. But now we have +1 attack. So we're at 3 attack here. So I don't need to thwart the main, because it's gonna flip. So we'll swing for 3. And don't want to hit Chimera. We'll swing for 3. I think we leave this guy. Yeah, we'll hit Chimera for 3. She's worse, I think, right? Yeah, so do 3 damage on her. Okay. Next, we are going to... I think we just go ahead and flip here. Yeah, Colossus always want to flip. We're going to flip back down to Alter Ego. We use our Aspiring Artist. When we change his form, shuffle a Colossus card from the discard pile. We'll get the armor up here. Shuffle that back into the deck. We always want the armor up. And then next, we're going to use our Piotr Studio. So we're going to mill from our deck with this alter action until we get a Colossus card, and we can add it to our hand. Hopefully, it is not a armor up, because I want to draw it to the villain phase. So, let's see, is that what that does? Add to your hand. Yeah, okay. So we're going to exhaust this as alter Eve action, and then we're going to mill until we get a Colossus card. Come on, don't be the armor up. No, the first card. Okay, so this card gets added to your hand. We have to use the resource. So 2 resources here, so I can play Utopia. Utopia is a 2-cost support. After an X-Men ally enters play, we can exhaust it to write up an X-Men character. So we want that ready here for Shadowcat. All right, next we're gonna just mass Thor from there. I don't want the quick strike to trigger. So Nightcrawler with Thor for 2, Forge Thor for 1. That's 3 Thor off of here. And then they both take constant damage. Nightcrawler is gone. Forge will have 1 damage on him, 1 life left. All right, and then we pass over now to Shadowcat. Yeah. All right, Shadowcat's gonna mention herself to draw a card. I think that's fine. Ooh, that could be kind of good. No, it's okay. I'd rather get the Heart to Ignore down. So let's see. Do 1, 2, 3. And play the Heart to Ignore here. Yeah, I think that's chill. And we can double thwart. So Shadowcat's gonna thwart for 2 from this side scheme. Drop down 2 threat. Then we're gonna do 3 resources here, so I can play North Star. He's an X-Men ally. So after any X-Men ally enters play, we can exhaust Utopia to ready up any X-Men character, which will be Shadowcat. Then she'll thwart for another 2 to clear off this Mutant Slayer side scheme. So no, the Marauder minions do not quick strike anymore. And then North Star will swing for 2, defeat Chimera, who'll take a consequent damage. So she's gone. So the patrol minion's gone. It doesn't really matter. We use a resource here and play our Hard to Ignore. After we defend against attack and take no damage, we can exhaust this card to remove that from the main scheme. All right. Unfortunately, we are ending this turn in solid form. So hopefully we can get a desperate defense. Do we have any more in the deck? 1, 2. We got 1 more desperate defense in the deck. So I get that. That'll be the most ideal card, I think. Okay. That's gonna end our turn. We're gonna ready back up. And now there's only 1 armor up in Colossus deck. So I don't know where we're gonna get it, but that's okay. Let's draw back up to our hand size of 5 for Shadowcat. We got the doubles, not too good there. And then Colossus will draw up to 6 here. Ooh, we got Iron Will. Okay, that's like our big thing. I'm not feeling the armor up, guys. I'm not feeling it. Oh, we got it. Never mind. Okay, I feel it. Got the armor up. Okay, all right. So it is villain's turn. But we still have the Hellfire. I might just block that with Forge, I think, because I want to retain my Tufts with Organic Steel. After Tufts card, we draw a card. Ooh, that's gonna be good too. And we got Superpower Train, which I don't need anymore because I have the Iron Will, which I can just play now. Beak will be good though. So maybe I block with Lockheed and keep Beak up, or a Forge up to get more threat removal from Beak. Stufus. Okay. All right. Villain's turn. So they're gonna add 2 threat to the main scheme. Go to the 6 out of 12, so we're fine because it's 6 per player. After resolving step 1, the villain phase, we're at threat. We place a knock counter here. There's going to be 3 counters. If there's 3, we advance to stage 2A. So we remove all the counters and all the threat. It's a 3rd turn. Advancing to stage 2A here. Okay, so now the game's going to change a little bit. One of you, each player reviews a set-aside Morlock ally and put it into play under their control. So we're going to get a Morlock here. So let's see. Make some space. So the Morlocks are knocking. Shadowcat gets a Morlock. And a Colossus gets a Morlock here as well. Okay. They do not count towards your ally limit. And then card abilities cannot remove this ally from the game. When enemy attacks you, it attacks the Morlock you control instead. Oh, okay. That's not great. Okay. Then, let's see. Shuffle the High Treachery into the encounter deck. So we shuffle this into the encounter deck here. And then if the previous stage was advanced by knock counters, give each Morlock ally a tough. It was with knock counters, so both the Morlocks here would get a tough stats card. Okay, advance the stage 2B here. If this is 16 threat, then we just lose the game, right? If the stage complete, yeah. Or if there's no more Morlock allies in play. So we can let one of the Morlocks die, but if they both die, they lose the game. As an action, we can exhaust the Morlock ally to shuffle high from the encounter discard pile into the encounter deck. Don't remember what high does, but that's okay. All right, so we shuffled it in here, and then the problem is we gotta get rid of him because he's a summon in the encounter deck with those double boosts every single turn. 0 threat there. Okay. All right, let's keep going here. So we added threat now. Now Harpoon will activate. He's gonna scheme against Colossus. I can always armor up if he schemes again. But if I don't flip up here, I'll end next turn in hero form. So I think we just flip up. Yeah. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and armor up. So when the villain activates, we change to hero form. We're flipping up here. We're changing hero form. We're gonna trigger our response, and we get a tough here. Harpoon is going to attack us. He gets 2 boosts and overkill. We'll take it. The activation attack against overkill. It doesn't matter here. It has overkill. 1, 2, 3, 4 damage. Knocks off the tough from Colossus. We're going to trigger our organic steel here. After a tough is discarded from Colossus, we exhaust a card and remove a counter to regain the tough. So we get the tough back here. Then he's going to attack us for 2. We'll have Lockheed exhaust to defend the attack. Lockheed gets knocked out. Okay. Then Harpoon will attack Shadowcat here. Do we have any way? If we defend for 2, we can North Star out of boost. Oh, he's gonna damage us. Yeah, he has 3 attack anyways. Yeah, there's no point playing this. Yeah, we won't be able to unflappable this turn here. So, oh, I forgot that. Sorry guys, I forgot about this thing. Where does it say the villains attack the Morlocks? Force control, when an enemy attacks you, it attacks a Morlock you control instead. So for the attack to go on Colossus, we have to actually exhaust. So we're going to exhaust Colossus to defend the attack, because if he just flips up, it actually attacks a Morlock instead, unfortunately. So apologies for messing that up, guys. I got the Colossus block. Okay, so Harpoon's now going to attack this Morlock. We just take it on a Morlock's face here, because Shadowcat doesn't want to defend this. So he gets 2 boosts, and that's overkill. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 knocks out the tough from this Morlock, because it's forces up where he must attack the Morlock. All right, then we do encounter cards. 1 for Colossus, 1 for Shadowcat. Colossus goes first. Bolstered by Wrath. Attach the villain. +1 scheme, +1 attack. Exhaust character you control or spend X resources any type, where X equal to number of villains under Marauder to discard this card. Exhaust character you control or spend X. Okay, it's not too tough. And then we have one more encounter card for Shadowcat. Inhibitor Caller. Attach your identity. Treat your identity text box as if it were blank. That's fine. We're using our slot form. We don't need this. And as an action, we exhaust a character you control or take 3 damage to this card. Okay. So that's attached to Shadowcat. Pass it over to Shadowcat. And we've got the Morlocks are going to be right up here. I think we'll just trigger this action right now. So as an action, exhaust a character you control. We'll exhaust the Morlock that we do control to discard this card. That's it. Yeah, choose either exhaust or take 3 damage. Yeah, it's easy. So exhaust Morlock, that's discarded. Okay. And then let's see here. We want a Utopia proc. I think I just... What's Colossus got going on? Any damage? Ooh, got Steel Fist. We have Beak, but we don't need to remove threat, actually. Okay. All right, let me think. I think I want the ready on Colossus here. So, because Colossus got the re-attack. So we're going to use a double resource here. We're going to go ahead and play Armor. X-Men Ally, play only if you have the X-Men trait, which we do have. She comes in with a tough stats card. After X-Men Ally just play, we can exhaust Utopia to write up under X-Men. Let's write up Colossus. Then we're going to use a double resource here, and we'll just overpay for hard to ignore. So now we have 2 of them down, and we will be in our phase 4 next turn to trigger that. All right. Then Shadowcat swinging for 2 on Harpoon. 24 down 22. And then we're going to flip our form because we just attacked. So we're over to phase here, which is going to be great for us to trigger all this stuff. We'll hold on to this to trigger defending. And then let's see what else we got here. Exhaust character you control and spend X resources of any type. Okay, so we can do that right now. Here, actually, exhaust character control, we exhaust armor and spend X resources of any type, where X equals to the number of villains under route. There's 0 there, so 0 resources, and then we can discard this. All right, and then we'll keep North Star up, I think. Yeah, and we'll pass over to Colossus here. Okay, so Colossus will exhaust and swing for the +1 with Titanium Muscle, so 3 damage, takes out this Hellfire Pawn. Finally, man, he's been in there forever. And then next, we'll use the Avengers Mansion, Shadowcat, she can do it out of turn because of action to draw Colossus a card. We got a double. He'll use a double resource here. He's going to play his Iron Will. So we get +1 Thwart now. We're 2 Thwart, 3 attack, 2 defense, and after any toughness card from Colossus, we can draw a card now. So now that will unleash our economy. Then we can exhaust Titanium Will to generate a physical resource for each tough. We have 1 tough, so it's 1 resource. This would be a second resource for X-Jet, so I can play Steel Fist. Here, action attack, deals 5 damage to an enemy. And you may discard a tough from here to stun and confuse enemy. Yeah, we're going to do that. So 5 damage on Harpoon brings him down to 17 life. And then we can discard a tough here. We can draw a card with Iron Will after we discard a tough. And we can stun and confuse an enemy. Yeah. So stun and confuse on Harpoon there. That resolves Steel Fist. And we drew him to another Steel Fist, which I think I just play here. I should have had North Star activate and then Strong Together him to do more damage. That's fine. We'll do 2 resources here. So I can play another Steel Fist. Deals 5 damage to enemy. You may discard tough. We're not going to discard tough. So just 5 more damage on Harpoon. Brings it from 17 down to 12. All right. That's some good damage there. And then we're flipping down to our Eagle, which will trigger our Aspiring Artist. Change his form, shuffle any Colossus card from discard pile into your deck. We're going to get, you guys know we're getting Armor Up. Actually, I have an Armor Up in the deck. No, we have none. Both Armor Ups are gone. Yeah, I do want to get like Steel Fist, but no, he's confused. We're going to grab Steel Fist. Yeah, he is confused. So we can just get the Steel Fist here. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, we'll get our attack event back in the deck. And we'll shuffle this up. I do want to play Ready for Fight, so just have it down on the table just in case. So. Oh, we're not going to proc perfect defense, I just realized, if he doesn't attack with the stun stuff. Okay, and that will end both players' turns here. Let's ready back up. And then Shadowcat drawing up to 5, holding on to the defense event. Ooh, we got... No, that's not it. An enemy would attack. Okay. Oh, we can play that, actually. Ooh, we got a Helicarrier. Okay, and then Colossus drawn to 6. I don't think we need to play our sizings anymore, because we're just... Yeah, we have both Helicarriers here. Here's a build support, though, so that's me walking over again, guys. I apologize. Okay, so it is Harpoon's turn. He's going to add 2 threat to the main. Make sure camera's still good. Yeah, okay. All right, then he's going to activate now. He's going to attack Colossus, but he's stunned. Nothing happens. He's going to scheme against, attack Shadowcat, I mean, and he's going to scheme against Colossus. He's confused. Nothing happens. So he's fully mitigated there. And then we get down encounter cards. 1 for Shadowcat, 1 for Colossus. Shadowcat got attached to villain. When there's exactly 1 villain on a route, he gets steady. When there's 2, he has stalwart. Okay, doesn't matter. There's no villains there. All right, then we got territorial control, assault. So we can use our attack stat against this side scheme. Whenever you place 1 threat here for each villain on a route, which is none. So it's just gonna be the 4th threat with the crisis. All right, and then we pass the first player token over to Colossus, who will start out this turn here. Okay, so we got the bulletproof protect. Do I want to just build support the helicarrier? We could just do that. What is our thwarting here? Here we're only attached to enemy. I think it's like, what are we doing here? If we are no, Shadowcat's not in the play. She might as well just play her helicarrier. Yeah, I should just play Helicarrier and Indomitable. If we attack, we flip back over. Dang it. Let me see. So we want to thwart with Shadowcat then. And then Colossus would be the attacker here. So we can also strong together on when a character here we're taking my damage. So okay, all right, it's fine. Let's actually if we can gambit something, that would be good. All right, we're gonna flip up to hero form. We'll get a tough with our response. Then we're gonna play our bulletproof protector. Hero action, discard a tough from hero. So we'll discard a tough. When we do that, we can trigger our Iron Will and draw a card. And then we can choose to pick one of the effects. We're gonna choose to give your hero 2 toughs. So now we got double toughs here on Colossus. So now we have 2 toughs. Our titanium muscles can generate 2 physicals. I just want to play a mansion actually. So we'll go 1, 2, 3, 4 resource here, so I can play the Avengers Mansion. We'll play for Colossus now. Okay. So we got that down. And then we want to use a mansion. Let's draw a card with that. Ooh, we got a basic part of us. So I could, if I play Gambit here, what does this do? Your action attachment attacks you to discard the card. Ooh, we can trigger that with Shadowcat right now. Oh, but we got the thwart from there. Okay, that would actually be pretty good. Okay, we're gonna do 3 resources here because Power Novel is a double paying for a basic card, so I can play Gambit. Oh no, we gotta do Utopia proc. Okay, that's fine. So we're not doing that yet. Let's have Colossus swing for 3 with a +1 attack from our Titanium muscles. So 3 damage on Harpoon, raises down to 9. Let's move this over for some space. Next, how we just get rid of some allies for some space, right? Forge will Thor for 1 from here, drop down to 3 threat. He'll take constant damage, get knocked out. Then we'll go to 3 resources here. Do we hold a Helicarrier? No, it's fine. We'll do 3 resources here. We don't need to build anymore, then we're good. To play Gambit. After Gambit enters play, look at the top 3 cards in the encounter deck. Tuck 1 underneath them, so only the boost is available. I want the obligation. Doesn't really matter. We will. This card is tough. We'll just tuck the double resource here underneath Gambit. So he has 2 thoughts to attack equal to the boost icons that are card tucked under him. So he's gonna be right up here. Okay, so now we got Gambit in play. And after we play, we can exhaust Utopia to write up another X-Men character. We'll write up Colossus. Okay. Think here. I need to clear that off, but the Morlock will lose a tough. I think that's okay here. I could also have Colossus thwart, but it was bad for Colossus to thwart here. Gambit's for sure gonna thwart for 2. Drops from 3 down to 1 threat. He'll take a console damage, and then we're gonna play strong together. When a character other than your hero will take any amount of damage, Gambit is gonna take 1 damage here. If it shares a trait with your hero, reduce it by your defense. Gambit has X-Men trait, Colossus also X-Men, so we can reduce it by 2, which is our defense. So Gambit takes no console damage, staying alive there. I wish he had like 3, a 3 booster, but that's okay. So Gambit Thor there, and then we're going to. That's fine. Let's just Thor with Colossus. We'll keep the tough on the Morlock. Throwing off the side scheme is defeated. Okay, now it's Shadowcat's turn. She's gonna trigger the hero action here. Hero action, attach villain attacks you to its card's card. Harpoon's gonna attack Shadowcat here. We're gonna play a cut both ways. You're interrupt when the enemy attacks you, gain retaliate 1 until the end of phase. So it's attacking Shadowcat here. He gets 2 boost cards and overkill. And it's gonna be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 damage. We're in phase form, so we're defending, and we don't take any damage. We're gonna retaliate, hit him back for 1, brings it down to 8, and this card now gets discarded. After we defend, we must trigger this, flip it over to solid form, and then we defend took no damage, so we exhaust Unflappable to draw a card. And we can also double hard to ignore. After you defend, take no damage, we can exhaust 1 to remove 1 threat from the scheme. We have 2, so we'll take 2 threat from the main, clear it off. And then that will resolve our defense and everything. Okay, that was pretty good. And then let's see here. So now I want to Wait, is it still Colossus' turn? No, it's Shadowcat's turn here. So, actually, wait, is it Colossus' turn? No, yeah, Shadowcat can do that out of turn during Colossus' turn. It's still Colossus' turn. So I think we want to flip down here, get armor out, right? I kind of just want to let him scheme, to be honest. Yeah, let's flip down to Alter Ego with Colossus. Wait, did we change up to? No, we didn't. Yeah, we're gonna flip down to Alter Ego. We'll use the Aspiring Artist to shuffle a Colossus card from discard pile into your deck. And I kind of just want to get Steel Fist here. Yeah, let's get the Steel Fist. So we'll shuffle that into our deck. Okay. Okay, now we'll pass over to Shadowcat's turn, because Shadowcat can trigger that hero action on this during Colossus' turn. Alright, so now we'll just mention, draw a card. Ooh, Shadowcat Surprise is really good here. We can attack, play a surprise, and attack again. We can flip him here if I want to. Okay, let's go ahead and do I want to flip him? Let's see. The villain activates against each player in play order. Oh, we flip him, he'll activate. That means he'll scheme against Colossus, and he'll scheme again during the villain phase. Do I want that? And I have no armor ups. If he schemes here and he schemes again, like the next villain, I mean. I just want to flip him, that's fine. Okay, hopefully we don't lose. 16 threat. I don't know what the next villain scheme stat is. We'll go 3 resources. Actually, wait, let me check. Am I decking out? If I deck out, I don't do it, because I don't want to deck out and deal with that. We'll deck out with Unflappable. Where are we here? Colossus. Colossus is not decking out. If I play the Helicarrier, okay, we Shadowcat Surprise. We can hold on to a card in our hand, so we can hold on to Defiance actually. So we're holding to Defiance. Okay, so we won't deck out. Okay, yeah, so we'll do it. 3 resources here. We're gonna play our Helicarrier. This is a 3-cost support that we can exhaust to reduce the cost of the next card that we play this phase by 1. So let's go and do that. So we're exhausted. The next card we play this phase will be reduced by 1. Shadowcat's gonna swing for 2 on Harpoon, brings it down to 6 life. Then we are going to use our solid form upgrade, generate 5th creature for an attack event. So this is already 1 cost because of Helicarrier. So we can play Shadowcat Surprise, do 3 damage to enemy, ready up your hero. So ready up, and when we do 3 damage to him, percent down to 3. And then we're gonna have North Star swing for 2, brings down to 1. North Star will take a consequential damage. No, sorry guys. Okay, whenever we play the Shadowcat Surprise, let me do it like this. When we play Shadowcat Surprise, do 3 damage to enemy right up your hero. This is an attack event, so after you play this, we're gonna switch our solid form over to phased. I think it's the way to go. So we'll actually flip that up there, and then get the ready there. Okay, so ready it up, and he's at 1 life. Then we're gonna have armor swing for 1 on Harpoon, but it's not 0. Okay, armor will take constant damage, lose or tough. Okay, so now that he is defeated, we gotta trigger our thing here. So after the villain is defeated, put it under here. Discard each minion that shares a tile with top villain deck. Should be Riptide next. Oh dang, he has 2 scheme. And then now, for each card under here, the villain gains retaliate 1. So we're gonna have retaliate +1 here for the villain now. And the villain activates against each player in player order. So Riptide's gonna scheme against Colossus here with a base of 2. He'll get a boost card. Can this? It's only during attack. So this is his boost here in player order. So 0. Oh, nice. Got rid of the other advance. So scheme for just 2. Then goes up to 2 threat out of 16. Then Riptide's going to attack Shadowcat here. We are currently in our phase form. Whenever he attacks, he's going to get, we have to choose a second option. So he gets +2 for attack as range and piercing. So he gets a boost. We're going to play Defiance. When a boost card on enemy is turned face up, discard. So we discard the boost here. And then he's going to be hitting with just 2 + 2, so 4 attack, piercing, and ranged. We are defending because Defiance has a defense right here. So since we're in phase form, we do not take damage. So he hits us here. We take no damage. and then we flip this over to our solid form as a 4 response after defending, take no damage. And then Riptide's gonna have 12 per player life, so he's gonna have 24 life here. All right. All right. I think that was good. I think we got everything there. Shadowcat's gonna swing for 2 on Riptide, bring him down to 22. She'll take 1 retaliate from the routed, drop down to 8, but since we attack, we can flip solid back over again to phase. Oh, you know, I just realized I have another quick shift in the deck, so I'm probably going to draw a deck out. But that's okay. There's no more advances in the counter deck. So, okay, that will end our turn. We're going to ready everyone back up. I got to remember his attacks go on the Morlocks. Yeah, so Shadowcat defended with a Defiance, which drew the attack or the Shadowcat, or else it would have went on the Morlocks, because when enemy attacks you, they attack the Morlock instead. I got to remember that. All right. All right, that was pretty solid there. So, Colossus drawn back up to 6. Got the red for fight. Got double Steel Fist here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Ooh, X-Mansion is really good to get some healing off. And then Shadowcat drawn to 5 here. Ooh, there's Jocasta. The quick shift. All right, yeah, quick shift would deck me out. That's okay. I think we just take the deck out then. Okay. Villain's turn. We are adding 2 threats to main, going up to 4. Riptide is going to scheme against Colossus with a base of 2. This would be the boost. 1. So it's going to add 3 threat to the main. It goes up to 7 threat out of a 16. Okay. He's going to attack Shadowcat. We're going to, his piercing in range and +2 attack. So hitting a Shadowcat here. So it's going to go to the Morlock, but we're going to play our good old quick shift. When an enemy attacks, if you are in phase form, we can draw 2 cards, and it has a defense word here, so it triggers defending here. And this actually will not deck us out, because this was resolved right now. So we draw 2 cards, we draw 1, we deck out, get dealt a face down encounter card, shuffle our discard pile back into the deck, and we're going to draw 1 more card here while quick shift resolves. This is actually not bad, because we have Jocasta in our hand to recur this quick shift. So we're going to draw 1 more card here in our hand. And then quick shift will now resolve. So now it gets discarded. This is the boost card for him attacking Shadowcat, and we're defending in phased. The boost here is, give 1 more ally a tough. So we'll give this Morlock a tough. And then give the villain additional boost. Okay, so it gets another boost. If you control Morlock, either deal damage to or spend a resource to any type. So on Shadowcat, she does control Morlock. She'll spend a resource here any type. What are we tossing? Let's toss an Indomitable to keep the toughs on a Morlock. Okay, so just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 damage on Shadowcat. She's defending in phase, takes no damage. Force response, we must flip this back over to solid. And then we defend and took no damage, so we can flat bow to draw a card. And we can double hard to ignore to remove 2 threat from the main scheme. Drop it back down to 5. Okay, that's not bad. Now it's at 5 threat. All right, then that resolves the activations. Riptide's going to deal encounter cards. 1 for Colossus as first player, 1 for Shadowcat. Colossus will go first. An assault. Oh, he's going to surge. We're an Archego. So surges. Seek the weak. An Archego's card against surge. Okay, surge again. Grey Crow. We have retaliate 1 on a minion here. Okay. Shadowcat's encounter cards. Oh wait, is this one first? Sorry. Riptide. We have Riptide here, so when this card gets revealed, it just gets this card, and we're gonna get another encounter card instead. Because of the unique rule, we can't have double Riptide here. No, we got under fire. Review top card on the counter, and it will surge. We're having Surge Fest here. Senator support. Hinder 1 per player, so 2 + 3, 5 threat. When defeated, the first player discards cards from the top of the encounter deck until an attachment is discarded and reveal it. I don't even know if we have any more attachments. We've gotten a lot. Okay, under fire will now surge. We get another encounter card. In every card, that's an attachment. Attach your identity. It's going to be on Shadowcat again. And then last encounter for Shadowcat is Blockbuster, minion with guard. Okay, that was a big turn. Pass it over to Shadowcat, who will start us off. All right. That's a little bit annoying. Okay, let me see here. -1 attack. I don't like that. Yeah, we're going to have traders. Choose either exhaust the character you control or take 3 damage to discard it. We're going to choose to exhaust character control and discard the inhibitor collar. So that's gone. Okay. We're 2 Shadowcat surprises though, so maybe we can do something. Or I want to play the Excelsior and Heart to Ignore. I gotta play everything here. I want to play this too. We have a lot more to play right now. Okay, let me think here. Colossus got 3 attack. We have triage. Oh, Colossus can play Steel Fist. Oh, not out of turn though, because we're currently. So I think I want to stun and confuse Riptide. Yeah, so we can kill Blockbuster and Riptide with Colossus. Gotta make sure I have the economy for that. So forget about exclamation. I think we're good enough here. So we just wanted to play this, play this. So if I save the X-Jet for this, and I say the Helicarrier, then I'll be able to play the other Steel Fist. So we can double mention Shadowcat here. We have no Utopia ready unless I play Triage though, I think. Oh, we still have Titanium Muscles. Okay, that's fine. Yeah, so we are going to use Avengers Mansion for Shadowcat, draw a card, out of turn for Colossus. Shadowcat will mention herself as well, draw another card. Which much have cut both ways. Okay, so I want to bring down Riptide here. Oh, the retaliate's gonna be nasty for our toughs. Oh yeah, I don't like to retaliate. Okay. So let's go ahead and thwart the side scheme, I think. We're going to thwart for 2 from here, drops it down to 3 threat. Armor thwart for 1, drops it down to 2 threat. Armor takes a consequential damage. Then we're gonna play Jocasta here. We'll use one that Shotgun surprises, I think. So we'll go 3 resources here, so I can play Jocasta. After Jocasta enters play, we can choose a defensive event in your discard pile and attach to her face down. So look through here, get our quick shift and attach a face down underneath Jocasta, and we can play the event as if it were in our hand. Okay, I got that. 1 hour tokens. Okay, this guy is exhausted. We're gonna have Jocasta thwart for 2, clear off the side scheme. When it's defeated, the first player discards from the top of the counter deck until you get an attachment and then review that card. I think we're out of attachments, most likely. Oh, that's an attachment. It's a Shadowcat attachment. Reveal it. Attach your identity. While this attached, you are stunned. Action spend 2 mentos to get rid of it. Oh, wait a minute. We have face, right? Only hero action, hero responses. Dang it. Do I not have the mentos? Jocasta takes 2 cost for damage. I don't have the mentos, and I'm stunned. I have the X-Jet. That's 1 mental. That's nasty. And I can't get rid of it with the phase strike. Well, we're stunned anyways. Freaking, what's her face? Alright, that's fine. So we are stunned. So I have to stay in this form. Dang it. Okay, I guess then we're gonna play the hard to ignore. And we use a Helicarrier for ourselves. I just play both of these. Resource here, we'll play the hard to ignore. So our turn is like neuter now, unfortunately. So now we got all 3 hard to ignores down. We'll just use like 1 token for all of them because I'm running low on tokens. So if I exhaust this, it means all of them are exhausted already. And then we'll use a resource here. I want to save it though. Dang, this thing ruined my turn. At least we're gonna deck out and we won't get it back for next deck pass. I for sure want to play Excelsior. We'll Helicarrier to play the Excelsior. So a response after you defend against an enemy attack, we can spend an energy to do 2 damage to enemy. Okay, let's get that off. And then this guy's guard, so we can't attack Riptide. I think that's fine. I think it's fine like that. Yeah, it's fine. Okay. All right, so we're going to pass over to Colossus now. Okay. Colossus is going to do some things here. Do I want to use a studio? Let me check how many more Colossus cards I have. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. We have 2 Colossus cards left in our deck, so we're going to use our studio, discard until you get Colossus card, add to your hand, we get Steel Fist to your hand. We got 3 copies of this card in the deck. Crazy. Okay. All right. So we got that. We're going to flip up to hero form. We have double tufts, but it doesn't matter. Okay. So this guy doesn't have guard, but this guy does have guard. I want to go ahead and kill both of them though. So we're going to use Titanium Muscles. It generates 2 physicals because we have 2 tufts. And we can play a Steel Fist here. We're going to deck out. Okay. We're going to... No, we'll do it this way. So we'll use the double here to play a Steel Fist. Deals 5 damage to enemy. And you made his card tough. We're knocking his card tough. So just 5 damage takes out Blockbuster. So he's gone. Then we'll go... let's use... 1, 2... for another Steel Fist. Sesame's here. Sorry, guys. 2 resources here. We'll play another Steel Fist. Yeah. So we do 5 damage, and we'll hit Grey Crow for 5 and just knock him out. The Tally, it's tough for these 2 heroes right here because they don't have the most. And then we don't take Retaliate because he's defeated in 1 shot. Yeah, Retaliate is tough for these guys because Shadowcat's squishy and she has like low damage, like multiple instances, and same with Colossus, right? Actually, Colossus does have burst damage though. Okay, let's go ahead and just Steel Fist here, I think. And then, yeah, we'll just go 2 resources here, and we'll play a Steel Fist. Here, action attack, do 5 damage to enemy, so we're going to hit Riptide for 5. Brings him from 22 down to 17. He's going to retaliate his back. We'll lose a tough. And when we lose that tough, we'll immediately trigger. This is before we discard a tough from this, right? No, that's fine. We'll lose a tough there. Then it says you may discard a tough here to stun and confuse enemy. So we'll discard our tough. We'll stun and confuse Riptide. And then we won't draw from Iron Will. So this will just deck us out. But we are going to use Organic Steel. After you use a tough, we'll remove a counter exhaust to regain the tough. And we'll just let that resolve. This will go away because there's no more counters. And we'll just call it there. Yeah. Dang it, this perma-stun is annoying. Okay, let's get end of turn. We'll drop it up to 4. So we deck out, get dealt face down counter card, shuffle or discard power back into the deck. Okay, we just gotta get through the double deck pass there, and then I think we should be sailing. Yeah, I could have drawn a lot of cards with our Iron Will, because each time we lose a tough, we can draw a card. But I think I want to just do it that way. Riptide has piercing on its attack, so Colossus not gonna take damage right now. Because that piercing. Okay. We're gonna end our turn. Let's drop it up to 4 for Colossus. Is this our first time running up in hero form for Colossus? We got a Steel Fist, and then we're readying up everybody. This is not exhaust after you defend. Okay, yeah, okay. Ready up here, and then Shadowcat readies up. She's drawing up to 5. Ooh, we got Desperate Defense. We got 2. When you hear defense gets attack, I think we can play both actually. Okay, so it is villain's turn. Do I have Mentos here? Oh, I got the phase and confused. Okay, good. So I can get rid of this next turn. All right. All right. Here we go. Here we go, guys. Riptide's turn. He's going to add 2 to the main. So it goes up to 7 out of 16 thread. Okay, it's kind of close. He is, I was like halfway-ish. He's going to attack Shadowcat. He is stunned. Nothing happens. He is going to attack Colossus here. He gets dealt a boost card. He decks out, gets a permanent original on the main scheme. And then for his attack on Colossus, it's going to go on the Morlock minion because Force Interrupt, when enemy attacks, they attack the Morlock instead. So this attack is going on our Morlock, and we're going to have Shadowcat defend the attack. And we have to choose here, we give him range and piercing with 1 boost card. And this is the encounter card that's already been dealt to Colossus. Okay. So, so it's going to Shadowcat. She's stunned. She can defend though. Or sorry, it's going on the Morlock minion right here. So Shadowcat's going to defend for the Morlock right here. And we're going to, actually, I can just play one just for defense. So we're gonna have North Star says when a booster's turn phase during attack, deal damage to North Star to cancel all the boost icons on your card. I don't have strong together. So North Star will take a damage to cancel all the boost icons on this card right there. So North Star is gone, and all the boost icons are canceled on this card. And then Shadowcat, we'll save the quick shift there. We're gonna use our solid to generate a physical boost for an attack or defense event to play Desperate Defense. While you're defending against an attack, you get +2 and we take no damage, we can ready up your hero. So we're defending for 4 right here. He has +2 attack, so 4 range and piercing, cancel the boost icons on it. So we fully defend the attack and take no damage. So that means we can ready up with the Desperate Defense that we just played. Since we defended and took no damage, we can also exhaust Unflappable to draw a card. And we can triple hard to ignore, takes 3 out the main. That will help us out in advance. All right, that was pretty good. Then Riptide is going to deal encounter cards. So we did both activations. He was stunned for one of them. So one is Shadowcat, one for Colossus. Shadowcat goes first as the first player. We're going to assault. The villain attacks you. Sorry. We're in solid form here. After you attack or defend it in solid mass form, we flip over. We defended, so we can flip this over. So now that he's going to attack us, we're already in phased. We can play the quick shift as if we're in our hand. I can't grab it. So since we're in phase 4, when enemy attacks, we can draw 2 cards. So we'll draw 1, 2. And then he's going to attack us. We are defending with quick shift with the defense. We're right there. And then we can't take damage because we're in phase 4. We'll give him the boost. He has +2 range and piercing. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 range and piercing. We take no damage from Shadowcat. And then we are forced to flip now over to Saw it again. All right. Then 2 encounter cards for Colossus. We got Seek the Weak in hero form. The villain attacks you. If there's at least one villain in a round, the attack is overkill. So he does an overkill attacking Colossus here, which will go on to Morlock minion. I forgot to say, Riptide's attack on Shadowcat went towards a Morlock, but she defended by playing Quick Shift. Because of that defense right there, it draws the attack towards her. So now he's going to attack this Morlock here. Shadowcat is going to defend it here again. She's going to exhaust to defend for 2. Dang, he's going to get a boost. Yeah, he gets a boost here. Actually, no, okay, we're not going to exhaust Shadowcat. We're going to have Jocasta exhaust to just defend attack. Yeah, because I can't. Oh, no, I can Defiance it. We will, never mind. All right, we're going to have Shadowcat exhaust to defend this attack right there. And then with that, we're going to use a resource here. So I can play Desperate Defense. So we get +2. We take no damage. We can ready. And then we're going to play Defiance. When a boost card enemy is turned face up, discard instead. So we discard this. And the attack is going on Shadowcat +2 range and piercing. We discarded that. Oh, wait. We discard this, but we can trigger the boost effect. Oh, wait. No, sorry, no, it doesn't. Sorry, it doesn't get. Yeah. When a boost card turn face, when a boost card on enemy attacking you turn face up, discard instead. It's not North Star. I messed up the effect. So we discard. Nothing happens with this. The whole thing gets discarded. Okay. So we defend before. We take no damage. We ride with Desperate Defense. And then let's trigger this. No, I need the X-Jet. I can't Excelsior here because I need X-Jet for this. I want to save this double. Yeah, it's fine. Okay, so that resolves this attack here. And then one more encounter card for Riptide is Hellfire Pawn, who's going to Surge. So Colossus gets another encounter card. Dang it. Shot it past. So Colossus is coming out. Dang it. That was an annoying encounter phase. Juggernaut, 8 life, Stalwart, Toughness. Juggernaut side scheme. Discard each tough from each friendly character. Holy cow. Play 2 there for each tough discard. Oh my goodness. I'm probably not going to thwart that out, guys. So this is 4 threat to your player. Discard each tough from friendly characters. 1, 2, 3. When Colossus cards are tough, we can draw a card with our Iron Will. So we're going to add 1, 2, 3 times 2. So 6 more threat. Going up to 10 threat on there. Yeah, I think we just leave that. That resolves our Shadow the Past. Oh, man. And then we shuffle this into your counter. I forgot. Dang it. that side's. I don't want to. I don't want to thwart that, guys. That's too much. Freaking Hellfire Pawn surging. All right. We're finally done at player phase. We're gonna pass it back over, or finally done the villain phase. We're gonna pass it back over to player phase. Man, Colossus encounter set is nasty, especially for the scenario with the Morlocks losing their toughs. All right, Colossus starts off here. Okay, well, Colossus has no toughs, so we can start to take some piercing, right? Or some retaliate this turn. Okay, let me make sure. Okay, first we're gonna trade this action here. Shadowcat can trade this out of turn. Spend 2 mentals to discard it. 1 mental here, we use the other mental from the X shed. Declare a the mental for X-Men character to get rid of this. So now we're not permanently stunned. Alright. Oh, that was so annoying. Okay. Alright, what do we do here? We have no X-Men allies. We just play Steel Fist. So this generates no resource because we have no toughs. So we don't have piercing on any of our heroes here. But we're just going to let these guys scheme. So Colossal will swing for 3, take out the Hellfire Pawn because he has guard and patrol. So he is defeated. The good thing is Juggernaut has no effect, so we just let him scheme here, which I think should be okay. The 4 attack is kind of tough, but we'll do 2 resources here. Yeah, we'll do 2 resources here. So I can play Organic Steel. 2 cost upgrade, comes with the 2 steel counters. Okay, and then this one's after a tough discard, we can regain the tough. Then we're gonna request the Helicarrier from Shadowcat to make Steel Fist 1 cost, 1 resource to play Steel Fist. Deals 5 damage to enemy. You made his cards up. We're not gonna do that. So just 5 damage on Riptide. Brings from 17 down to 12. He'll retaliate 1 on us here. So we take a damage, drop down to 11, and then we just flip down. Yeah, we'll flip down to Alter Ego. Actually, we can use the Morlocks here. So Morlock will. Oh, when we flip down, we can add Colossus card for the script out into your deck. Let's get these Steel Fists back into our deck. Oops. I just want some damage. I think we're close enough to try to push for a kill if we can just draw the damage. Do I want to ignore Juggernaut? I don't know. We gotta do a whole nother villain phase though. So I don't know. We can ignore Juggernaut, unfortunately. We're definitely ignoring that. That's too much turn to deal with there. Alright. So next, we will have Morlock swing for 1 to knock off the tough from Juggernaut. Morlock will take console damage. Gambit is going to swing for 2 on Riptide. For not 10. He'll take a retaliate from Riptide, and then he'll take 1 consequential damage. We're going to Avengers Mansion on Shadowcat to draw her a card. Okay, and then we're gonna pass over to Shadowcat. Shadowcat's gonna mansion herself to draw herself another card. We're going to attack, get rid of stun. Okay, this is perfect here with the doubles. So we'll play both Shadowcat surprises here. And then the Airwalk doesn't do it. We don't have any more resources for the Airwalk. Yeah, we just double Shadowcat surprise. So I want to kill Juggernaut. I kind of want to kill Riptide. No, we kill Juggernaut here. Let's just see. We use a double resource here. Play Shadowcat surprise. So we do 3 damage to an enemy right up your hero. So let's do 3 on. Let's go Juggernaut. We'll do 3 on Juggernaut. No, we'll right up Shadowcat. We'll swing for 2 on Juggernaut. So he has 5 damage here. And then we'll use another double resource to play another Shadowcat surprise to do 3 damage to enemy. So 3 more on Juggernaut kills him. Right up your hero. We'll ready up Shadowcat again. And then we're going to swing for 2 on Riptide. Brings him down to 8. We'll take a retaliate. And then after we attack, we can flip our form over to phased. Alright, and then I think, do we thwart here with Jocasta from the main? Yeah, let's just thwart. No, we got him confused. That's fine. We're not going to thwart Jocasta. Okay, that's going to end our turn. Let's ready up here. Yeah, I think that's fine. Alright, because we have the hard to ignores. Alright. Yeah, the retaliate is building up right now. The retaliate damage, because with such small instances of damage, especially with Shadowcat, that like we do 1 damage and we take a retaliate back. Or do 2 damage and take retaliate back. Drawn up to 5 for Shadowcat. Colossus drawn 6 here. Steel Fist. Triage can heal Shadowcat, maybe. Drawn to 6. One more. Okay. Alright, we got the armor up just in case. Okay. It is Villain's turn. He's going to add 3 to the main because of the acceleration. He's going to scheme against Colossus, confused so nothing happens. Then he's going to attack Shadowcat here. We are in phase form. We're going to play cut both ways. When an enemy attacks, you gain retaliate 1 to the end of phase. This will also draw the attack from Morlock or to Shadowcat with the defense word. So, with the defense word there. He gets a boost, piercing and ranged. 1, 2, 3, 4 enemy, and plus to attack. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 damage on Shadowcat. We're defending phase, so we take no damage. We'll retaliate 1, so we'll hit him back for 1. He won't retaliate on that because retaliate damage is not attack damage, so he won't retaliate on us. But we can also use our Excelsior. When enemy attack, after you defend against enemy attack, we can spend an energy to do 2 damage to enemy. We're going to use the extra to generate a wall declared to be energy. And this is not an attack, so this damage will not get retaliated on. So we can do 2 more damage here on Riptide. Brings him down to 5. And then, since we defended, force response, this must flip over to solid. And we can unflappable to draw a card. We defend, took no damage. And we can triple hard to ignore, takes 3 threat off the main again. Okay, that was a good turn. Then we get encounter cards. So where it goes crazy. 1 for Colossus, 1 for Shadowcat. Colossus goes first. We got Bound by Business, discard until you get a Marauder, and then put it in play. Both obligations down. Okay, we got Marauder, Blockbuster. He just put in play. Then with 1 encounter card for Shadowcat, slammed. Oh, you are stunned. If you are stunned, take 2 damage. Oh, not the stalling on us. Okay, and then we pass the token over. Shadowcat will start us off. Okay. So I want to. Oh, I'm stunned. Okay, so we're gonna attack. Get rid of the stun. We're gonna do. What do we have in Colossus' hand? Oh, we have Triage. But it's okay. I think we play Lockheed here. Could double Airwalk, to be honest. Jocasta will Thor for 2. Let's Thor from the main. Drop down 2 threat. Wait, sorry. She's not gonna Thor for 2. Nah, that's fine. She'll Thor for 2. Yeah, drop down 2 threat. She'll take constant damage and get knocked out. Okay. Then we're going to exhaust the Helicare to reduce the cost of Lockheed down to 1. Here's a resource so I can play Lockheed. After you play him, we can exhaust Utopia to write up another X-Men character. We're already up Shadowcat. And then if we play him... Actually, no, we're not going to ready up Shadowcat. We'll save that for Colossus because he has more attack. I think. Yeah, never mind. Sorry, not X-Jet. The Utopia stays right up. So we play Lockheed. After you just play, if you are in solid mass form, do 2 damage to enemy. So we'll do 2 to Riptide. Brings it down to 3 here. So it's down to 3. And then, what do you want to play here? We have Defiance. When boost card enemy target, use strike face up. No, I do have to ready up Shadowcat. Yeah, okay, so after we play him, it's still the same time window. We will use Utopia to ready up Shadowcat. I think that's going to be better. Yeah, because I want to get to phased. So we'll swing for 2 on Riptide. And after we attack, that'll flip us over to our phase form. Lockheed's going to swing for 1 on Riptide. Oh, wait. Sorry. Did I miss Retaliate there? Yeah, so we'll take a Retaliate, drop down to 6. I think we missed another Retaliate. It's just a Grim Roll. We're taking our damage for another Retaliate. I think I missed that. So down to 5 life. Lockheed's going to hit for 1 on Riptide. That will bring him down to 0. Wait, no, we're not. Lockheed will not attack. Armor is going to swing for 1. That will bring it down to 0 because the Retaliate from the next villain will kill us, I think. So that'll bring it down to 0. So Riptide is now defeated. We have another Marauder that's gone here. And then, put aside. So now our last one is Chimera with 14 per player life. So she'll have 28 life. And then we're just going to Grim Roll it that she's going to retaliate 2. Whoops, put him here. the tomb. I'm not sure they do that. I don't know. Yeah. So either way, armor takes console damage either way. So she gets knocked out. All right. So she's gone. Okay. So armor's gone. We have Chimera with Retaliate 2 because there's 2 enemies under routed. And then whenever she attacks, Force and Rush, she gets +2 for attack. So nothing special with her, just getting +2. So she'll basically always have 4 attack. Is what we're gonna choose here for our options. So we flipped her over, Retaliate 2, and then the villain activates against each player in player order. So she's gonna attack Shadowcat first here. It's gonna go on the Morlock minion. When a boost card enemy attacking you, turn face up. This card instead. Oh, I don't know we can do that. Because we're exhausted. So we can't defend. That's fine. So we're going to have block the hit for the Morlock. She gets +2. So 4, 5. If you have a Morlock deal damage or spell reset attack, we'll deal damage here to this Morlock. So it's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 damage. Takes out Lockheed. It's fine. Because I don't think I can Defiance there because the enemy is not attacking Shadowcat. It's attacking the Morlock. Yeah. Okay. Then she's going to activate against Colossus. She's going to scheme with a base of 2. No effect when she schemes. Boost is 0 plus amplify. So she's adding 3 threats to her main. Goes up to 5. Okay. And then it's still Shadowcat's turn. Okay. So we just got to defeat 1 more and then we win. Let's use. Do we just double airwalk? We'll just mansion. Draw a card. Ooh, we got quick shift. Yeah, surely I do not. Yeah, so we'll use a resource here to play airwalk. If you're in phase 4, we can take 4 threat off a scheme. We'll just take 4 off of the main. Drop it down to 1 threat from 5. Right now, I gotta remember her retaliate because that's gonna be tough to remember. Okay, back over. We're pass over to Colossus' turn. I mean, Colossus. Let's see what you got here. Triage, you probably have to heal Shadowcat because I don't want to ever flip with her. I think. Made of Rage. Okay, we're gonna use our studio. Exhaust. Discard until you get any Colossus card and add to your hand. So we got both Protector, add to your hand. That's actually pretty good here. Then we're gonna Mansion, draw ourselves a card. So we got all of the economy setup that we want. We're gonna flip up to Hero form. We'll get a tough status card. Then we're gonna play with our response for changing up. Then we're gonna play both Protector, discard a tough, choose. When discard tough, we draw a card from Iron Will. And then we can choose to get 2 toughs. So we'll get 2 toughs there. I gotta get through the guard minion first. So we have overkill. That's gonna be super good here. So I want to get as much damage as possible, so we don't have to take retaliate. We'll use. Actually, I don't even know. I play triage here, to be honest. I can made a rage. 2 for no. Oh, I have the double here. Yeah. Okay. Sorry, guys. So we'll do titanium muscles is 2 physicals because we have 2 toughs to play triage. After you enter play, heal 2 from any X-Men character. We'll heal 2 from Shadowcat, brings it up to 7 life. She's gonna take some mortality in the future. And then spit this over like this. All right. Triage will swing for 1 on Blockbuster because he has guard. He'll take a consequence damage. Gambit will swing for 2 on Blockbuster, and then Gambit will take a consequence damage. We're gonna play strong together. When a character other than you here will take any amount of damage, if he shares a trait, Gambit's X-Men, Colossus X-Men reduce it by defense, which is 2, so no consequence damage for Gambit. He stays in play. All right. Next, Colossus is going to swing for 3 with the +1 here on Blockbuster, and we'll play Made of Rage. Here in when you make a basic attack, we discard a tough from your hero, we get +6 and attack is overkill. Discarding a tough will also draw us back a card with our Iron Will. And then after we discard a tough, we're going to regain the tough by exhaust Organic Steel. So now we're swinging for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 on Blockbuster with overkill. He'll take 2, 7 overkills to Chimera, bring it down to 21. So that will defeat Blockbuster, and then we do not take Retaliate from Chimera because we didn't attack directly, we hit a minion. So we don't have to take, she has Retaliate too, which we don't have to take. That resolves and made a Rage. Then we're going to do, let's do 2 resources here. So I can play a Organic Steel. Yeah, let's play a second Organic Steel here. Comes with 2 steel counters. And then we'll go 2 resources here. So I can play Steel Fist. Do 5 damage to enemy. So we'll hit Chimera for 5, brings her down to 16. And then you may discard. Well, okay. So we'll do 5 damage. She's gonna retaliate 2, knock off our tough. And then it says you may discard or we'll draw a card with that tough getting knocked off. You may discard a tough. Let's discard this tough to stun and confuse enemy. So when we discard that tough, we'll draw another card, Iron Will. And then we can stun and confuse Chimera here. And then we can use Organic Steel to replenish one of those toughs. So let's get 1 tough back. Alright, that's going to end our turn. Let's right back up here. Unfortunately, I can't play the armor up in my hand, even with that double. Alright. Alright, I think it's pretty good. I think we have it next turn here. Shadowcat jumped to 5. Ooh, she has this in her hand. Oh, dang it. I kind of wish I didn't stun her, actually. And it will drop to 4 for Colossus. Ooh, we got Steel Fist. Maybe that'll be enough. Okay, Chimera's turn. She's going to add 1, 2, 3 to the main, going up to 4 threat. She's going to attack Shadowcat. She's stunned. She's going to attack Colossus. And then we have, it's going to redirect to Morlock. Can we quick shift that? Oh yeah, this is nice. Okay, so when any enemy attacks, so even if it's going on a Morlock, we can play this. And since it has a defense where we're now drawing the attack over to Shadowcat. We're in phase form, so we can draw 2 cards. Yeah, we definitely have to kill here. So we draw 2 cards there because we're in phase form. And then Chimera's attack goes over to Shadowcat. She'd get +2, so 4. Here is the boost. 5, 6, 7. Shadowcat's in phase defending, so we don't take any damage. This will have to flip over to solid. We took no damage from attack, so we exhaust on Flapboard to draw another card. We can spend an energy resource. Let's use this right here to do 2 damage to enemy with our Excelsior after we defended. So 2 on Chimera is not 14. No retaliate with that because it's not attack damage. We can also triple hard to ignore to take 3 threat off the main, drops it down to 1 threat there. Okay, that's really good. Really good, guys. I think we're basically good here. And then that resolves our perfect defense. Yeah, so that was the stun attack on Shadowcat and the attack on Colossus Shadowcat defended for. Then we get dealt encounter cards. Just have to survive this. 1 for Shadowcat, 1 for Colossus. Shadowcat goes first. We got a Caught Off Guard. Super chill. This card upgrades board control. We'll discard one of our already exhausted hard to ignores. Actually, we should discard our Kitty's Room because we haven't used it the whole entire game because we have not flipped down to Alter Ego ever. Colossus encounter card. Bound by Business. We discard until we get a Marauder minion. And then put it in play engage with you. To get okay, she's not Marauder, thank goodness. White Queen is rough. This is not Marauder. So we keep going until we get a Marauder. Okay, we got Harpoon. He has guard. I don't know if I can get through the guard here, actually. We don't have a lot of damage. Okay, and then we pass the token over to Colossus, who will start us off here. Yeah, we gotta flip down with Colossus to really get a big turn, but we will see what we can do. Do I want to draw? I think I draw for Colossus. So Shadowcat will mention Colossus. And ooh, we have to kill. Colossus will mention himself. I think Colossus can do it himself here. So we have 1 tough only. So this will generate 1 resource. That's fine. We'll exhaust the titanium muscles to generate 1 physical resource. Actually, wait, we don't do it yet. We need to do some damage first. So we want to hit this guy as much as possible. I think we'll move the Morlock over a little bit. I wouldn't need to move him. We'll go. We'll play Nightcrawler first. So we'll do 1 physical resource. No, we got the exhaust. We gotta get the ready with Nightcrawler. That's fine. That's fine. Here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna swing for 1 with triage. Triage will take constant damage, get knocked out. Gambit's gonna swing for 2. He'll take constant damage, get knocked out. And then he gets discarded. This card is discarded as well. Our Morlock is going to exhaust, swing for 1. So 4 damage on Harpoon. He'll take a constant damage. Okay, there we go. Next, Colossus is going to exhaust and swing for 3 on Harpoon and play the Made of Rage to get +6 and overkill. So 9 damage on him, 1 here, and 8 overkill to Chimera. Brings her down to 6 life from 14. Yeah, doing 8 damage there. That will blow up Harpoon with our huge Made of Rage attack. And then we have to discard a tough to do that. So we discard this tough, but we can replenish it with our organic steel, get the tough back, and then whenever we discard a tough, we get to draw a card with our iron will. So also draw a card here, and that resolves the Meta Rage. Okay, and no retaliate because we did not hit Chimera directly. Then we're going to do 3 resources here, so I can play Nightcrawler. Wait, I used the titanium muscles already, right? It doesn't matter. So we play Nightcrawler there. After Nightcrawler enters play, we can exhaust Utopia to ready up another X-Men character. We're ready up Colossus. And then we can do 2 resources here to play Steel Fist. To use 5 damage to enemy, we're going to hit Chimera for 5. So from 6 down to 1. She will retaliate and knock off our tough. We can replenish it with the organic steel, get the tough back. This organic steel is gone. And we can draw a card with Iron Will. Ooh! We can play Book Protector, discard a tough from Colossus to give your hero 2 more toughs. And after we discard a tough, we can draw a card with our Iron Will. And then Titanium Muscles is a double resource here because we have 2 toughs. We also have the X-Jet and Helicarrot. But we can play a Steel Fist here. Do another Steel Fist. Do 5 damage to enemy. And then, so another 5 on Chimera will bring her all the way down to 0. And then we also have Colossus can swing for another 3. Nightcrawler for another 2. So that's another 5 damage. And on Shadowcat's turn, she can do nothing. Yeah, she has no damage. But that's okay. Colossus was the one that did everything there. Yeah, we have no more Shadowcat surprises. But yeah, okay, that's okay. That's okay, Shadowcat. Colossus came in clutch here with the massive damage that we needed here to finish out the villain, even with the Retaliator too. Alright guys, that is it for the game. Huge shoutouts again to PumpkinKnight. Thank you so much for your support. And I appreciate this custom game request. I never played Shadowcat and Colossus, a 2-handed game. So that's really fun here. I liked the new cards with these heroes like Excelsior, and the cards from Civil War is really fun with Shadowcat. Cut both ways. I like stuff like this. When enemy attacks, we can draw it to us with the defense word. So yeah, that was pretty cool. Colossus, anything new with him? Not much. Oh, Strong Together was pretty nice. We got some extra procs with Gambit. But yeah, I love the double protection setup here, taking on the thematic Chimera, Harpoon, Riptide. And it says here, if there are 3 villains underneath routed, she's a face, she goes underneath routed, then players win the game. So we defeated all 3 of these guys right here. And yeah, that is going to win the game for us. Yeah, Harpoon, I don't know. I think that Shadowcat and Colossus are pretty good counters for I guess, I mean, she's pretty chill. She gets +2 for attack. These guys have like other effects. How is Riptide so much better than Chimera? Because he has +2 range and piercing. He counters Colossus, but we never let him attack Colossus like head on with that. But yeah. Alright guys, that is the custom game request. I hope you guys all like this video, and I'll see you guys all in the next one.